Hello! Today I'm doing a video that I'm very excited about because it's actually responding to a commenter who has requested some information about something I mentioned very mildly in a previous video of mine. This comment is by a guy called JakeCook5272 and he commented on one of my shorts asking, can you explain how you managed to integrate WooCommerce with Click and Drop, meaning Royal Mail Click and Drop, which is a shipping service that many WooCommerce and Shopify people with e-commerce shops use. Royal Mail Click and Drop is a service that allows you to generate shipping labels for orders that you've created on your e-commerce platform. What he's curious about is how I have managed to actually implement that via my WooCommerce WordPress website. How that displays to the user is we're here in my cart. I've added one of my products that requires shipping because it's not a digital product. It estimates a calculation based off the live prices for shipping these items, and then it will update that shipping price depending on what you put in as your shipping information when you get to the full checkout process. So I actually use two systems to enable this. The first one is the one that actually lets you see the shipping amount on the customer storefront. Then if I go on to my admin view, then I can show you exactly how this displays to me and what the settings are for the widget. We've clicked on Edit with Elementor, and now you can see the entire page as I have built it. Now this section down here, I've created this little section, and this is the widget I'm using. It is the cart overview widget. You can show or hide the headers, but I have created a more stylized one that I like there, which uses that metadata. The proceed to checkout button, and then we've styled it, and I've created all the margins for the stylization choices there. But you'll notice that the actual shipping information is not a part of the widget. That requires us to go into our plugins, where you see I have my WooCommerce, go to WooCommerce settings, shipping, and then I have a few ones actually. I have printful shipping here for my drop shipping service, and then only a few of my products are drop shipped, so that's only applicable to some of them. For the rest of them, we're actually hold and retain stock. We have Royal Mail Live Rates, and that is the name of the plugin that I use. You can also get a pro version, but I don't feel the need for that. I believe the pro version possibly now might automatically connect it to Click and Drop, but I don't think that was the case when I downloaded it, and I don't really have a desire to pay endless subscriptions on subscriptions on subscriptions, so I try and get free services set up where possible because I have the know-how that I could do that. Now you don't need to do anything except enable it because it's live updating and they will pull that information for you. And there you go, there's some of the features that you get with Royal Mail WooCommerce Live Rates Pro: handling fees, automatic box packing, premium support, and multi-currency support, whereas right now I just have like pounds because I'm in Britain. Now we're going to see if I can remember how to actually access my account. Royal Mail Click and Drop. We sign in. Now Royal Mail Click and Drop is a separate service. So the plugin is one thing, and that creates the web design viewer experience, and that's how they see the pricing and how you can stylize it for your website theme. And then separately, you must create a Royal Mail Click and Drop account, which you can then integrate to your WooCommerce store. Now, Royal Mail Click and Drop have documentation for this. You can actually do it with stuff that's not a WordPress website. They recently got Temu. They have a big list of them. You have to go through all these steps. So set up your shipping label format, set up your return address, buy and print a shipping label. And I followed a different tutorial on how I could do all of that stuff. And then this is the option we care about today, which is integrate your online store. So we go, and then I have my WooCommerce store. I also set up a TikTok shop separately. And then everyone by default has the options to manually enter orders if you have like someone who gave you cash in hand, but they want it like sent to you from a warehouse or something. I'll just go into add new integration, and these are all of the services that you can set it up to create shipping labels for. So if anyone purchases through any of these platforms, so you have an eBay account, a BigCommerce account. BigCommerce is a lesser known one, and I personally don't like it very much, but I used it for over a year with one employer. Amazon storefront, Etsy, all of your different storefronts, if you're about e-commerce and you can buy from anywhere, all of these orders can automatically funnel through from the API, and then you just have to print them out, ship them. So you don't need to be the same person. You don't need to be the person who has access to all of your different website accounts in order to see the orders. You might have a separate warehouse that handles this stuff for you, and then it just gets sent off automatically. Didn't know decathlon was an option. That's definitely a new one. There are some new ones since I last looked at the back end of this. I don't have to worry about shipping too much because I don't have a huge amount of products I actually physically hold stock for. Most of my physical products are drop shipped. Most of my products on my website are digital services or digital products. So actually needing to send off something that I hold, like my keychains, for example, that's a rarity for me. I would like it to be more frequent. If you guys want to check out dibdabdigital.com/shop, I'm going to expand the range of products on there very soon. So let me just walk through it a little bit. So you go on WooCommerce, you put in the website's URL, and then it will come up with a permissions box and a file that you have to either copy paste into your website. Or if the wizard works properly, then you should be able to do it by just connecting it to your WooCommerce plugin. I can't connect it twice, so I'm afraid I can't really like screenshot this for you. But I can show you their website with the step-by-step screenshots. We click the button that we click. We want to use a WooCommerce website. We get it. We put the URL in. You find your WooCommerce plugin and you go to the status. You get the relevant credentials for your URL. And then you should be able to just approve it and give it permission, and then you're all set up and ready to go. The options you go through are pretty much how it's going to display on your shipping labels and your invoices, and that's a choice you can make for you. Customs data, that'll depend on the countries you're shipping to, so make sure that you do a separate one for every single country that you offer. Unfortunately, WooCommerce does not support automatic tracking for Royal Mail Click and Drop, but it will provide you with tracking information that you can then send to your buyer separately. And you should be able to set up email campaigns that can do that. Luckily, it can integrate to actually put it in the order notes. So when you have your product shipped, it will send the tracking information to your buyer. And it can also tell you when stuff has been dispatched. But this is why when you actually order something online and it says your order's been dispatched, but then you go to the tracking information immediately and it's like, we are awaiting your order. It's because it marks it as dispatched on the creation of the label. The label hasn't even been printed yet. The label just exists digitally. It needs to actually have the order compiled and physically sent away before that first stage of tracking even really completes. And you can have some text templates, so you can set it up how it displays. So you can have a nice little personalized note there. And you can put little HTML code in so it personalizes it to the user based off their order details. So it's these two systems in tandem that actually allow you to use Royal Mail Click and Drop with your WooCommerce store. So the first half is you use the plugin for Royal Mail Live Rates. The customer will buy it at checkout with the recommended shipping. It will then overlap systems, so when they purchase it, that's when the customer sees it with the plugin, and then this triggers the second system, which is the Royal Mail Click and Drop integration. So it kind of like follows through like that, like a little slap process. It dings that and it starts off functioning through Royal Mail Click and Drop, where it has purchased the label that they clicked on for your shipping. It generates that, you send it through as you would any other WooCommerce platform. So I hope that made sense to you. I hope that was useful. I hope it was clear enough. Jake, if I didn't even really answer your question, you let me know. I will try and go more in depth because I want to encourage people asking me what they need so I can provide education to you in the digital marketing and e-commerce and content worlds that actually help you move forward towards your goals. I don't like all the fluff. I just want to help you do the thing. If anyone else has anything they want to see from me in the future, leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe so if I do enact your request, you don't miss it. And yeah, have a nice day. Goodbye.